came here to talk about levels. I'm here to talk about level fresh, which is the company pioneering the Growveg challenge. Okay. Now, a few moments uh, before now, I was uh, having a chat with my boss, Dr. Talabi, and he said, today, people are going to be coming here. We have potential investors. Okay, and he said, I should do my best to make you smile and happy. Uh, because that's not in my, what's it called now? I don't have talent in that area. So I'm going to employ one of you. Please try as much as possible to smile and laugh because my promotion is dependent on that. Okay? All right. So, all right. LFL journey. A lot of us must have heard about Level Fresh Limited. Okay? So, Level Fresh Limited was actually created March 1st, 2024. That makes us less than 2 years that we started. Okay? And the idea behind Level Fresh was that, doctor called me one afternoon. I was in the office. I remember very well. And he said, Mr. Tunde, something dropped in my mind. And working with the CEO that is very brilliant and smart, you have to keep writing a lot of ideas down. He called me and he said, something dropped in my mind. I've seen this gap in the Nigerian agricultural space where a lot of people want to learn about vegetable production, okay, and they don't want to be physically present. We've been doing the production aspect before, but how do we bridge this gap? Whereby we have people that we can mentor, people we can train, that can be self-sufficient on how to grow vegetable production, vegetable crops, both in open field and in greenhouse. And they don't have to be physically present on the field. At first, it was so unclear. Frankly speaking, it was so unclear. I didn't have the full grasp of the whole idea. But one thing with an idea also is that when they keep mentioning an idea often and often, over time, you get used to it and you have the full picture of it. So after that conversation, we said, this is possible. It's not something that is not achievable. Okay? It has not been done before. If you run to YouTube, you see a lot of videos, a lot of tutorials, right? But do they really have the result? Are people truly benefiting? And he said, let's start. So we started Level Fresh. Okay? And the Level Fresh is a forward thinking agricultural company, like I've said, to bridge the gap between farm and table by transforming the way fruits and vegetables are grown. Okay, we combine our expertise with a deep commitment to sustainability and innovation. And our goal is to ensure that everyday people can contribute to Nigeria's sufficiency in food production while also creating profitable ventures for themselves. Our philosophy. Our mission is to be a national leader in the production, distribution, and marketing of fruit and vegetables, setting new standards for freshness, quality, and sustainability. And our mission at Level Fresh is to bridge the gap between sustainable agricultural practices and consumer needs. Now, we have a lot of arms, we have a lot of services we render in Level Fresh Limited. We have the production capacity building, production, training and capacity building, production and sale of agricultural fresh vegetables, farm setup and consultation, input supply and distribution, agribusiness services and support services, research and development. So I'm going to take this one by one and try to explain. The whole idea is I want you to understand, just like you have said, we might have potential investors. Yes, we are looking for investors. So please, I'll also try to smile, please. Training and capacity building. Okay. We started Level Fresh with one of the reasons why we started, like I said, is for us to train people on vegetable production. So we named that initiative Growveg, and we have two training programs on that. We have the Growveg Challenge and we have the Growveg Premium. So the Growveg Challenge is actually to take people, whether you are a beginner in agricultural, special vegetable production, or you are a professional, expert. The course takes you from beginner's level down to production level. 20 days. It covers everything you need to know about vegetable production, theoretically. Then after the first 20 days, we have the practical phase. The practical phase runs for 3 months. Okay. The reason why we structure this into 2 phases is that, from what we did a survey, and we realized that a lot of people, when they take online courses, if there is no practical implementation following it, we tend to forget. This is what I mean. Okay. For instance, if I'm taking a course on, let's say, software development, if there's no practical implementation following it, if I don't have person or people I'm reporting to, if I don't have a channel of accountability, there's every possibility that I will forget or not even fully implement what I'm learning. So that's why we have the practical phase for participants to get to implement what they are being taught, right from the nursery stage down to the transplanting to post-transplanting operation down to harvesting. So the Growveg Challenge takes care of all that. We have the Growveg Premium. Growveg Challenge runs in phases in cohorts. So we have people that might not actually want to wait for the Growveg to start. For instance, we are celebrating the 4.0 winners today. By January 19, 5.0 is starting. So it's actually in phases. So there are a lot of people who don't really want to wait for this date. So the Growveg Premium is for them. They get instant access. We have learning management system. That's just like the portal. So where we have all the courses for all the students from day 1 down to the last day that they are going to take the course. So we enroll them on this platform. So the Growveg Premium, once I know we have some of our clients here that we consulted for. We have people who own farms that we set up. I can see about 3 of them here. Now, what we do with farm setup is there are people who are not even in Nigeria and they've heard about agriculture and they see the potential in agriculture in terms of revenue and contributions economically. So they want to come back home. But they might not even come back home. They just want to set something in the agriculture industry, be it open field production or greenhouse production. So they reach out to us. And what we do is, once they get their land, sometimes we source the lands for them as well. Or if they get the lands, or if they have lands they've inherited or they purchased some time ago, we do the setup from soil testing. The success of every production starts from the testing of the soil. So we do the soil testing. After we've ascertained the nutrient level present and the diverse nutrient present in the soil, then we proceed. How best do we augment the deficiency in the soil? Okay. So from the soil testing, we do the ridges, lay our plastic mulch, run drip irrigation, fully farm setup, down to nursery, transplanting, and there's also technical backstopping. Okay, so that's what we do with farm setup. We also post weekly activities, what you're supposed to do every single day. For instance, now tomato will spend 28 days, 25 to 28 days in the nursery. For every of the 21 to 25 or 28 days, we have what you are supposed to do for every day. After that, post-transplanting operations, we have what you are supposed to do for every single day. The day you are supposed to apply MOP, the day you are supposed to apply potassium nitrate, the day you are supposed to apply SSP, the day you are supposed to do both spraying and fertigation. We have a laid down procedure for everything. Okay. So our farm setup and consultancy covers that. Then we also do input supply and distribution. We sell seeds, quality vegetable seeds, be it East-West seeds, H1 seed, December seeds, fertilizers, machinery. Also, I must mention this. Like Engineer Dai also said, we also sell seeds when it comes to the great cereals, especially as leverage seeds. Then we have the agri support services. Okay, so this is a bit different from the consultancy services that we run. Okay, for agri support services, what we do is market linkage. Okay, a lot of people have produce, but they don't have access to the market. So we serve as a middleman between the market and the producer. So we offtake and we give to the market. And sometimes also we can link them directly to the market. So that's one of the things agri support business is all about. Also, we also offer financial advisory services. A lot of people know that there are potentials in vegetable production, but we are not we don't sugarcoat things. In as much as you make money in vegetable production, there are challenges, and we don't hide that. Okay, so the agribusiness support covers something like this. How do you mitigate effect? There's what we call curative measures. There's what we call preventive measures. So both the curative and the preventive measures are covered in this. Also financial advisory. How do you assess grants? How do you assess loans? Small and medium loans that can make your business prosper and flourish. And the last one is research and development. Though this has not been fully optimized, or rather, this has not been in motion fully. This is not in motion fully. But I must say this. Earlier this year, we had some varieties from a company in South Africa, State Highs, and we were one of the, probably the only company in Nigeria selected to do the trials of the seeds, vegetable seeds for carrots, onion, seeds worth over 6 million naira. We did the trials for that. So, though we've not fully started the research and the but something is going on there. Now, to our training programs, like I've said, we have the Growveg Challenge 5.0, which takes care of the training aspects when it comes to vegetable production. Also, we have production guides. Production guides are applying what you're supposed to do. And I think we produce over 10 production guides for different vegetable crops. You can check Seller, we have it on Seller, we have for the Growveg Challenge, for the Growveg Premium, for the production guides, they are Seller, for very, in fact, minute amount. Now, we've done 1.0, we've done 2.0, we've done 3.0, and we've done 4.0 is about to end, and we are starting 5.0. Okay, Growveg Premium, I've cleared that. We have now our traction so far. For every successful business, or for every business that wants to be successful, you also need to measure your traction. Okay, you need to know your progress so far. What have you been able to achieve? Okay. Our traction so far, we've trained over 360 individuals in less than 2 years. I think someone is going to clap for that. All right, thank you. We trained over 360 individuals in the tape production. And I'm glad a lot of them, we have participants. Okay, I will get to that. And we have participants from 17 states in Nigeria. We have participants from 14 different countries. Okay, so that's to tell you, are not just a national company, we are an international company. Okay, our reach is beyond Nigeria. Okay, like I've said, we produce over 10,000. Sorry, well, I love big numbers. We produce over 10 production guides: tomato, habanero, bell pepper, cucumber, cabbage, watermelon, okra, onion, even in greenhouses and open field. We set up 8 farms. 8 farms set up and consultation. And also currently we have an ongoing grant activity. I think my boss, Engineer Dari, talked about that. I'll also speak to that when I get to them. Now, I have some infographics. Okay. Our global presence. Can we have that global presence? I want to show something. Go down. Yes, thank you. Okay, like I've said, we have participants from 14 different countries. We have from Nigeria, we have from Ghana, we have from USA, we have from Kenya, we have from Gambia, Sierra Leone, Cameroon, Italy, Angola, South Africa, Canada, Botswana, Morocco, and United Kingdom. In fact, for 3.0, the winner is from Sierra Leone. I don't know if many of us probably were checking our pages. You see Clara Batu. The winner was from Sierra Leone. Also, our top professions. This is talking about professions from 1.0 to 4.0. We realize that farmers and agriculturists are our top participants. Businessmen and women are second to the list. We have students, third to the list. And we have academicians, people in the academics, lecturers, teachers, even researchers. We have the documentation which shows that these people are also being Growveg challenged. Then we have techies and civil servants. Then others including artisans, we have journalists, a lot of other professions. Then we have the age distribution. What are the ages of people who have registered for Growveg Challenge so far? From this infographics, you will see that we have large number of our participants are between the ages of from 21 to 40. That shows that the youth are truly interested in vegetable production. The youth are truly interested in vegetable production. And also, I don't know why we have more males than females. You know, they used to say, for everything a man does, a woman can do better. But in this case now, I'm seeing men dominating the women. Agriculture should not be left in the hands of the men, especially vegetable production that you can do at your backyard. You can do in sacks. You can grow vegetables in sacks. Tomatoes, cucumber, you can grow them in sacks. But our first winner, 1.0, Mavi Honora, she couldn't make it. She's from Rivers State. She grew tomato on the rooftop. You know, when you have two-story building, on the rooftop. She had sacks on the rooftop, filled it with topsoil. The topsoil just ordinary sand. She filled it, planted tomatoes. I think more than over 100 stands, and everything did well. Everything did. That was our first winner. So that's to show you the possibilities in this thing. You know, doctor used to say something. He would say, nothing is cast in stone. And I key to that. There's nothing that is so difficult. Vegetable production is not rocket science. Even rocket science is not that hard for people that are truly smart. So anybody can pick up Growveg Challenge, register for Growveg Challenge, and also know how to effectively. So there's a big difference between growing tomatoes and knowing how to effectively grow tomatoes. There's what we call nutrient management. How do you manage your nutrients? What are the nutrient requirements for tomato? Are you exceeding it? Are you giving it the right nutrients? You know, for instance, now bell pepper, you know, we say 3.5 kg is achievable per plant. But there are people that will tell you 3.5 is not achievable. They can do 2. You know, but when you now talk to them and say, okay, let's look at the nutrient management. Let's look at the kind of variety you are growing. Then when you now consult for them, you show them the way, and they see that at least 3 kg per plant is achievable. Then they tell you, probably you are doing magic. You know, I've heard of somebody that told us that, is there something, this vegetable production he has been doing it for years, and he's not getting results like when you register for Growveg. Is there something else that he applied? But the difference is just that the quantity. You know, when you put too much nutrients also, you are killing the plant. You are causing stress. When you give them beneath what they are supposed to get, they are not maximizing what they are supposed to get. Okay, so there's a required amount of nutrients. There's a required amount of water. There's how you spray. I talk about creative and preventive measures. Okay, how do you prevent certain things from happening? Now, when they happen, how do you now cure them? The good news, I talked about this earlier. A few months back, we are opportune to be one of the few companies in Nigeria, in partnership with Every Seat Limited, actually, to be awarded a grant by federal government in partnership with World Bank to train 100 persons in Oyo State on how to grow vegetable production, how to grow vegetable crops in open field and in greenhouse. And the training is starting by January. And it is free. Also, stipend will be paid by World Bank. I won't say the amounts now, so that you don't break our database by the start registering. Okay, so stipend will be paid by starting from January. The training will run for 6 months. Okay, so this actually shows that we are making progress, no matter how minute it might be. And in under 2 years, if you look at all these things we've achieved, trained over 360 participants. Under 2 years, we have routes across 14 different countries. Honestly, if you told me a year plus back that this would be achievable, I will tell you the lie. One of the hardest things to sell in Nigeria is agricultural products. I tell you, people see farmers as poor, illiterate, they don't know what they are doing. But we are changing the game. We are changing the game. We have some testimonials. Okay, I didn't edit all these things because I want it to look real. You know, there are a lot of testimonials from participants. Okay, thanks that. That is Dr. Abide Talabi. Brother already brought today. This is our feedback. Members Growveg Challenge 2.0. You are wonderful. 250 stands of cucumber. First harvest 4 already. First harvest. Thank you. Thank you, all stars, for everything you're doing in the group, for turning up. It's about time. You can see these are people that are just growing vegetables for the first time. For the first time. Look at this pepper. You can see the yellow pepper. This is piquante. You can see the red, more like this is super habanero. You can see the green. These are people growing vegetables for the first time. That's to tell you that it's not rocket science again. It's not something that is out of the world. It's not something that is only for a selected people. It's not something that is instructable or something that cannot be done. It can be done. The most important thing is you have experts by your side. You have people who are guiding you so that you don't do what you are not supposed to do. Go on. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of them. A lot. We have a lot. Now, there are some feats, okay? In the course of the program, probably the school will be projecting some of the feats of our participants. What they've done so far, their feats. These are first time growers of vegetable production. So we have testimonials. I will not read this because of time, but you can see people from Kaduna, from Ondo, we have somebody from Kenya, from Canada, from Oyo, from Rivers. Okay, now go back to invest with us. Thank you. Earlier I said, now this is where it concerns me. My boss is laughing there, but between him and I know my promotion is dependent on that. So please, able investors, I've shown you what we can do. I've shown you what we have done. And I've shown you what we are doing. We have the track record. We have records of possibilities, things that can be done in the agricultural space. Okay, it's time to see what we need. For every startup, there's a point to scale. Okay, we are now beyond the point of starting. We are at the point of us scaling. We have results. So there's need for us to reach much more people. There's need for us to have some modern technologies that can also enhance our productivity, in terms of our yield, what we bring out. Okay, when you see certain bell pepper outside and you admire them, a lot of effort goes into them. Okay, especially the ones that are grown or cultivated in the greenhouses. Okay, so what do we need? And what are our investment plan? Okay, we are seeking funding of 1 billion naira. Okay, someone might say it's too much. Okay, but we are seeking 1 billion naira to build and scale digital platform. Okay, one of the reasons why we created Growveg Challenge was that we can reach people, stay-at-home moms, dads, students, people who are working, who don't want to leave their workplace, but they also want to be trained in vegetable production. We want to build digital platform much more better than what we have currently. We also want to erect training buildings and facilities for physical participants. When we started Growveg, the sole idea was that it was to bridge the gap between people that want to learn but they don't want to be physically present. But as we continue, we have a lot of offers from people that are requesting that they want to come to the field and learn physically. They want to learn physically. And because of the limitations in terms of accommodation, land area, and a lot of things, sometimes we have to limit the number we take in. But for us to actually expand, we need people who believe in this vision. There's no, it will be a thing of joy when we have about 500, 300 students physically present, learning how to grow vegetable production. Mr. Fasasi is here. He has been doing, was it cucumber? He has been doing cucumber, but he has never tried tomato. He had a chat with doctor during one of, doctor is very, very benevolent. He has to speak with doctor for 30 minutes one-on-one, and he does not charge. By virtue of being a program participant. Sometimes I'll just say, doctor, why you're a busy man, why are you doing this for free? He will tell you he does not need the money. Okay. So during the one-on-one conversation with doctor told him, Mr. Fasasi, you've been doing cucumber. I can't remember, was it cucumber or pepper? Come and do tomato. You can do it. Then he said, okay, he will try. The lowest, okay, the let me say the medium size or medium land area I normally advise personally also is for you to start with 1 acre. So doctor told him to start with 1 acre. So he started. Ideally, we normally for new if you are the one consulting for you newly, we set 450 as a benchmark. If you are consulting for you, but it can be more. Over time, it can be more. On our field, we've achieved 600 crates. 600 crates. A crate is about 25 kg. So if you do the multiplication, you don't keep kg now. You have 600 crates from 1 acre. And assuming a crate is being sold for, there was a time last year, the crate was sold for 50,000 naira. People were looking for tomato. And assuming a crate is being sold for a flat rate of 20,000 naira, multiply that by 600 crates, you know how much you're talking about. So for starters, we always say you can get 450 crates. You can get 450 crates. But you're doing it on your own, probably 100, 200. So this guy started tomato just for the first time. No serious, no serious nutrients, just following the guideline. We're supposed to do organic, get calcium. How many of us know that we can get calcium from eggshells? Yeah, you know, in case you do not have access or the power to buy calcium nitrate, you can get calcium by blending the eggshells. You know, the eggs we heat at home, the shell. Just pack it, blend them, soak them, extract the water. The water, give it to your plant, you are getting calcium. In fact, the organic one. So he started, and within 3 months, he harvested over 300 crates. Over 300 crates. And he had to reach out to doctor personally. So aside personally, he sent it to the group. It's a member of 2.0. He sent it to the group and he said, "Thank you, doctor, for asking me to grow tomato." And I know, even after now, he will still go into tomato production. That's to tell you exactly what we are saying when it comes to the possibilities that exist in vegetable production. Now, I said we want to develop physical build facilities for physical participants, develop the Growveg mobile app. Also, this is one of doctors' many ideas. You know, he, just like every idea, he will just call me and say, "Saturday, are you with pen and paper?" I say, "Yes." "Okay, let's write this down." You know, I came up with Growveg mobile app. He said, "Yeah, we are doing Growveg. You know, we've given people production guides that outlines what they are going to do in terms of nutritional management, pest management, and also transplanting procedures." They say, "How about we formulate all these things into app that once, based on your locality, the local conditions that you have, this thing will predict what you're supposed to do. It will scan your leaf and tell you the disease you have, if it's nutrient deficiency or pest infestation, just by scanning." You know, we have a lot of apps like planting, a lot of apps, but most of it are not coded, or rather, most of it are not structured. Most of the apps, rather, are not structured to our Nigerian environment. You know, so we still struggle with that when it comes to vegetable production. For instance, I can tell a known app to diagnose probably magnesium deficiency in my tomato. And it's telling me, because of similarities in some of these symptoms of some of these nutrients, and you can tell me it is potassium deficiency. You know, there are two different things. So we want to build a app that will specifically tell you what your plant is undergoing. Is it stress? Is it nutrient management? Is it actually pest? What kind of pest is affecting it? What kind of disease are you having? Is it bacterial wheat? When you see some droppings, are they dropped by aphids? So this is the essence of the Growveg mobile apps. It